It's Albert the Prince Bell, 21-0 checking in, and you rocking with keeping it real sports. And we gonna be on these. We gonna be here a lot of times. I love the platform. Check in. It's the new wave. Like, follow, subscribe, and do all that good stuff.
Saturday morning, Glass City. I'm feeling good. I don't know about you. How you feeling, my partner?
I'm feeling great, Steve. Sun's out. My golf season started. I'm ready to go, man. We got a great show on hand today. NBA playoffs have started. Big week in sports. We got a lot to get to.
I'm the real sports guy, Steve Taylor. He is a Sandman. Andy Sanzada. Sandman, we got so much to talk about, man. I just can't wait, man. Let's get into what we call the quick hitters. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Quick hitters.
All right, Steve.
What you got?
Lot to get to today. We started last week's show on a high note. Unfortunately, this week we're going to start on a low note. Another Hall of Fame hockey player passed away yesterday, Guy Lafleur, at the age of 70 years old. Just real unfortunate to lose him. But, when it's your time to go, unfortunately, it's your time to go. Condolences, obviously, to him and his family and the entire Montreal Canadiens organization. And then we also had Darryl LaMonica leave us earlier this week as well at the age of 80. Hall of Fame football player with the Raiders. I know you watched him a lot growing up as a kid and was better than most, right, Steve?
Oh, absolutely. He's known as the Mad Bomber. Like to throw that big deep ball to Warren Wells. He would go get it. I like the Raiders of that era when John Madden was the coach and all of that, man. That's what it was all about, man. But my hat's off to LaFleur. LaFleur was part of that Montreal Canadian team that I so liked before they traded for Jonathan Tebow, and I became a St. Louis Blues fan.
Yeah, and this is this is probably the biggest story of the week. Jay Wright decides to step down and retire away from Villanova. Won 2 national championships. I picked this particular shot because that's the kind of person Jay was. Just kept to his business. One of the best coaches maybe ever in college basketball, Steve. He just really was kind of quiet, but the right way, and then he would say something when he needed to. And what do you think about Kyle Neptune replacing him? I thought that was an interesting choice.
Well, it was. Well, he has ties to the program. He was an assistant coach up under him, so he's been built. He's been groomed for this seat right here. He was handpicked by Jay Wright to kind of keep this thing going. What jumps out to me is Jay Wright, and he's an older coach that's been around, really not interested in dealing with the NIL, really not interested in dealing with that transfer portal. This is the time for him to step down. He's moving more so into the front office to help out with the athletic program. But, man, that's a great coach, man, Jay Wright.
Yeah, and, Steve, we're seeing a lot of college coaches not too happy about that NIL transfer portal situation. We're going to get into that closer to college football season. Which is a long ways away, but probably not as long as you think. Here was the big story out of Cleveland this week. Also in the NFL, Denzel Ward becomes the highest paid cornerback in NFL history after signing a 5-year, over $100 million contract. Steve, a lot of people say he may not be worth it, but if you look at the numbers, he's worth it. Every time he was on the number one receiver of the opposing team, he shut him down, and that's what you do. You pay a shutdown corner to shut him down. So I don't have a problem with it, but are the Browns starting to buy themselves out of success?
And that's where I'm going with this, man. I had this conversation with my sister yesterday where I'm talking about understanding your worth. You know, Jalen Ramsey understands his worth. He understands he's not going to price himself out and ask for too much money from the Rams because he's going to have opportunities to make money elsewhere, especially being a champion. All of the champions are making money in doing their outside deals. This guy here, I can't blame him for getting his money. But man, they got the highest paid quarterback. Now they got the highest paid cornerback. They had the highest paid defensive end. How long can this go on? I'm just saying.
Well, and they're going to probably have to have the highest paid running back because in 2 years, Nick Chubb's going to be a free agent. You can't let him go. You let him go, you're going to have the whole city of Cleveland start rioting. All right.
Right. What else you got?
All right. In the NFL, we continue the surprise of the week. Deebo Samuel wants out of San Francisco. Steve, deal or no deal?
If I'm San Francisco, I ain't trading you. I don't give a damn what you say, man. I got you under contract. I'm not trading you. If I'm Deebo Samuel, I can't. He's seen Tyreek Hill get paid. He's seen Devontae Adams get paid. He saw the Buffalo Bills tear up Stephon Diggs' contract, and he get paid. He feels like it's his turn to get paid. Being that he runs the football for the 49ers, he has more yards from scrimmage than any other San Francisco wide receiver. Now let that soak in for a second.
Well, here's my take on it, okay? If you want to become the highest paid receiver, okay, fine, but give the team a chance to give you that option before you just go out there and demand a trade.
Scrub your Instagram accounts and everything.
I have so many issues with today's athletes. It's not even funny, Steve. They're entitled little bitches, okay? Yeah, I said it, and I stand by it. And we'll get into that more as well as we continue through this show. All right, Steve, this one really upset me. Wimbledon, okay? The class of the tennis world, maybe of professional sports, not going to allow any Russian or Belarusian players to play in their tournament this year. This one was so outside of the box, my friend, that the ATP is pissed at Wimbledon. They don't like the decision, and I wouldn't either if my number 2 player, who just won the Australian Open, isn't allowed to play in the tournament and bring in viewership and bring in fans. I don't like this decision at all. I don't think you should punish the athletes. That's where they're from. They can't help that, but they're not the ones out there condoning what's happening. I don't agree with this decision, Steve. I think it's a huge mistake, and I think they're going to have to step up security because there's going to be problems and repercussions for this decision during the tournament.
There's going to be some backlash, but honestly, I don't have a problem with it. It is what it is.
All right. Well, the big news today in the world of boxing this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Oh boy, it's the heavyweight fight between Tyson Fury and Dylan White at Wembley Stadium. That's how big this one is, my friend. I know you're going to be tuned in. You'll be putting the NBA on pause for this one, I'm sure.
Well, Fury actually weighed in 11 pounds heavier than his counterpart, White, Dylan White. White is a smaller fighter. I expect him to try to come with a little bit of fury, so to speak. But Tyson is too big, too strong. I expect him to defend his title. But Andy, what we have is we actually have breaking news from that same fight card. Let's get to it.
Breaking news in the world of boxing. Toledo fighter Jared Big Baby Anderson pulls out of his fight at Wembley Stadium today against Christian Hammer. Big Baby apologizes via his Instagram page, saying he will be back better than ever. Breaking news. Big Baby Anderson out at Wembley.
Oh, that's got to be disheartening for that young man. But I'm sure he has a legitimate reason to pull out of a fight of that magnitude. We won't go into the specifics.
Exactly.
We do know why, but we're going to respect our sources and not get into the particulars. Yeah. All right, Steve. One more in the world of boxing. Last week, Earl Spence won his fight, so he gets a little overconfident and calls out Bud Crawford. I mean, really? Just because you win a fight, now you're going to call out the best pound-for-pound boxer on the planet? Your thoughts?
Now you're starting to see how I'm telling you about how this plays out. Okay? You can't play Monday morning quarterback. Okay? Spence, just because you had an impressive outing against you guys. And oh, by the way, the mistake that you made in the 6th round, you make that mistake against Crawford, you wake up the next day. I'm just telling you, bro. I'm telling you how this goes. Okay? And then your cheerleader, Charlo, don't get me started on Jamil Charlo, because see, how this is going to play out, Andy, is Crawford is going to clean up Spence if Spence really wants that smoke. If he really wants that smoke. And then Charlo, he's looking for you. So I just can't wait, because now, wait a minute. If Charlo don't get out of this fight that he's got coming up next week, because Charlo's probably going to get work next week. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, it's getting exciting. No question about it.
It is, but it looks like that we're finally going to get the fight that we're talking about. Spence understands that he has nowhere else to go. This will probably be his last fight at 147, because he's going to go up to 154. It's either Crawford or you're moving up. So,
Yeah, I think he's got to prove to himself he can at least go 12 rounds, right? I mean, he's not going to win a fight. Exactly. Crawford's the best pound-for-pound boxer on the planet. Yeah. We know that. So, all right, one more to get to before we get into the hurry-up. This was a little bit of some breaking news from yesterday. Robin Leonard out for the season, Steve, opting to have season-ending surgery. You can stick a knife in the Vegas Knights. There's no way that a rookie goaltender is going to carry them past the other two teams they're chasing in the wild card. And Vegas goes and gets Jack Eichel, Steve, and misses the playoffs? Interesting.
Yeah. Make sure you like and subscribe to Keeping It Real Sports, and make sure you tell us what you want to hear on Keeping It Real Sports. Drop us a line, man. We're going to always get to your comments and all that good stuff. And thank you for watching us on all the platforms, on Facebook, watching us on YouTube, and now, starting today, you will be able to get us on Spotify.
Oh, all right, my friend. Hey, listen, I just grabbed a Spotify subscription earlier this week because Pandora is old news to me, right? And, there are a couple new albums I wanted that came out. You can only get them on Spotify. I'm really excited that we're on Spotify now. That is awesome. That's fantastic. I can't wait to see what our fans think of that as well.
Yeah.
All right. So
let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. Let's hurry up.
All right, we picked our brackets last week for the NBA playoffs. Now we're going to get into the particulars of those brackets. Let's start first with the Eastern Conference. How about that, Steve? Let's go to the East. And last night, again, these numbers were going into last night's games. We didn't have time this morning, unfortunately, to update that. We apologize. But Atlanta avoids the sweep, and Trae Young did to the Heat what he did to the Cavs to get into the playoffs in the fourth quarter last night. He had 12 big points. And come on, Steve, you knew Trae Young was not going to allow his team to get swept. And now with John Collins back, is this all of a sudden a series?
You remember it was last week when I told you that I if John Collins was there, that I was leaning toward Atlanta. You remember I said that. John Collins is back. They call him Trey Nice for a reason. He's nice, and he hits the game where they were down one. He hits the floater in the lane to give him the win. Man, you got my hats off to Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. They are the most exciting team to watch in basketball. I really like this team. I like this group. If they can get Clint Capella back, man. But the big thing last night was Kyle Lowry. He got injured. We don't know the seriousness of that. Jimmy Butler missed a potential game-winning shot. Deed up nicely by DeAndre Hunter. He played him well. Man, it was just a great play game. I love the way they win.
Yeah, Hunter was in the draft with Isaac Okoro when the Cavs had the 5th pick, and Atlanta had the 4th pick. And I was clamoring for DeAndre Hunter because he's exactly what the Cavs need, a wing that can score and defend at the 3 or the 4. And his defense made a huge difference last night, no question. All right, let's go to the other series in that bracket. This one's pretty much over, right? I mean, there's some rumors that Joel Embiid is hurt. He's got a sprained thumb on his shooting hand. He claims he's going to play through it. Does that have any impact whatsoever, or is this going to be a sweep?
Did you see the shot that he hit with that so-called sprained thumb to win the damn game?
Yeah, I know.
Off the stagger screen? A three-pointer to win it? Are you serious?
Yeah,
you know?
no, in overtime, by the way. So hats off to Toronto
on,
for fighting hard. But listen, Nick Nurse is a great coach. Fred VanVleet's talented. But you and I both know if Scotty Barnes had not gotten injured in Game 1, this could be a different series right now. It might be a 2-1.
That's about all I would give you is 2-1, man. You know, I mean, like this is Phillies. You know, I mean, like it's levels to this thing, man. I mean, when I saw Toronto coming as a team, the worst matchup they could have got was Philly or Milwaukee. Those are the two matchups that they didn't want. Everybody else, their length and their defensive prowess give problems.
Yeah, but their defense is out with Scotty Barnes, so that was a big loss. If they were going to lose somebody, it could not have been him. But it appears that is over. But what a great season for Toronto, though, huh? Nobody had them going to the playoffs, Steve.
I did.
Okay, well, you did. All right, bottom half of the Eastern bracket. Now, this is where things get a little bit interesting. Now, Chris Middleton got hurt the other night, is out for 2 weeks. And what does Milwaukee do? They put in Grayson Allen, and all he does is go for 22 and 24 minutes, and they blow out Chicago on the road. They sent a message last night. I mean, you and I knew this was going to be a short series, but I think that just confirmed it. Milwaukee appears to be on their way back to the Eastern Conference Finals if they keep playing the way they did last night.
Let's just keep it real, Andy. Chicago got 41 points from DeMar DeRozan, okay, and they held on to win. Okay, are you really going to get 41 points every night from DeMar DeRozan? These guys sent a damn message. They started Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis came in. I told you the loss with Chris Middleton was not going to be a problem. These dudes, man, are championship metal. Yep. These guys are ready. Been there, done that.
Yeah. And then, you know, our pick, unfortunately, not looking too good right now. We thought Brooklyn would find a way, but Steve, Kevin Durant has not shown up yet, and it's made a big difference. And now rumors are that Robert Williams is coming back in Game 4, not Game 3, but Game 4 for Boston. But so is Ben Simmons. Too little, too late? Or does Brooklyn find a way to get back in it tonight?
Let me drop the rumors. Robert Williams is playing tonight. Okay. Robert Williams is playing tonight. He's going to play on a limited basis tonight, and he's going to look to up that on Monday when they play again in Game 4. Okay. You remember when I said my whole reason for leaning toward the Nets was Robert Williams not being there.
Yeah.
Well, Robert Williams is there now, so I really should be able to recant that. Okay, and go with my initial pick because I really like what the C's are doing. They're D'ing you up. Yeah. Jason Tatum has said, look, I'll score when you need me to, but I'm going to D up Kevin Durant, and he's turned him into Kevin DeCant because he can't score right now, man. He's having a hard time scoring. Yeah. And Kyrie is starting to play hero basketball. We saw that coming. You knew he wouldn't want to drop another 39. Now he may have a big game again tonight. But I tell you what, man, the defense of the C's cannot be underlined at all, man. These dudes are getting after him. They're getting into Durant, really making things difficult.
I mean, when Boston was healthy, Steve, a lot of people had them winning the East, not just that series. They had them winning the entire Eastern Conference, and that includes over the defending champs. If they get their big man back, I mean, that, you know, we could see.
They got him back. He's back. He's going to play tonight. I'm telling you, he's going to play tonight.
He's going to play, but I'm talking about.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah. Man, all right, let's go over to the Western Conference. Let's go over to the Western Conference. In the top half, whoops, that's my bad. In the top half, we've got Phoenix winning without Devin Booker last night to take a 2-1 series lead in that one. But I want to talk more about the bottom half than this half. I mean, things are happening the way that we expected them to happen in the top. Although,
whoa. We can't ignore what the Dallas Mavericks are doing.
I was just going to go there. You didn't give me a chance.
All right.
I said, although Brunson is stepping up for the absence of Doncic and making a statement in the Utah series, and what does he do? He drops back-to-back 40-point games to give Dallas the lead after Utah won game 1 on the road without Luka, and now Luka could be coming back, Steve. Dallas is a pretty good team. You add Luka Doncic back to it. Now you got other teams sweating in the West.
I don't know if I even want to mess with that chemistry right now. With what they have going on, give Luka another game to kind of get his legs up under him, because you're doing well. Spencer Dinwiddie is busting their heads wide open. They're leaving him open. Him, Davis Bertans getting wide open jump shots. What they're doing is they're taking their MVP defender, Rudy Gobert, and they're putting him in high pick and rolls, and now you have to guard the perimeter. You're not so good at guarding the perimeter as you are at guarding the basket. They're putting this guy in the big situations, and these guys are hitting big time jump shots. Brunson goes for 41 in game 2. He comes back with 31. Who thinks Brunson was gonna go for 41 and 31? Are you serious?
Nobody.
You know, okay. And Spencer Dinwiddie. I said Spencer Dinwiddie, the same Spencer Dinwiddie that came from the Nets.
Yeah, boy, okay. They'd love to have him right now, wouldn't they?
Yo, you think with his length?
Listen, I'm mad at myself because I should have known Utah was going to choke in the playoffs like they do every year. I don't know why I picked them in the first place, but you know, everybody makes mistakes. What are you going to do?
Hey, look, I heard the best analogy I heard on Utah. You ever heard the term Netflix and chill?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. From now on, Utah is regular season and chill, because that's what the hell they do.
That's it. Yeah. And you know what? I remember a couple months ago, Charles Barkley was picking them in the West again, and Kenny and Shaq was like, "Oh, you pick them every year. Go ahead, keep picking them. They ain't going anywhere."
Shaq said, "No, they're not."
Yeah. All right, let's go to the bottom half. Things are going as expected in the top portion of this bracket. But, Steve, a 26-point come-from-behind road victory for Memphis almost gave them a scare, but now I think that's just too much momentum, and they're going to win it in 5.
No, let's talk about what really happened. Let's tell the people what really happened, Andy. My friend Andy calls me and says, "Steve, are you watching the game?" I says, "Yes, I am, Andy." Andy's watching the game. Okay? Andy texts me, "This game's over, Steve." I said, "Andy, I'm going to watch hockey." I said, Andy.
That did happen.
I called Andy at halftime. Andy, I said, "Andy, are you watching the game?" "No, I'm watching hockey." I said, "It's a single-digit game, Andy." "Are you serious?" "Yes, I'm serious, Andy." So he comes back to the game. And then they proceed to go up by 26. And he says, "It's really over now." Okay, thanks, Andy. You can blame that one on Andy, people. Blame it on Andy.
Hey, listen, man. Lesson learned for me, okay? You know, but, hey, listen, when Toronto and Tampa are on, you know where I'm going with that. I mean, those are two of the best teams in the East. And starting next week, we're going to get into our Stanley Cup picks and those playoffs as well. So,
man, my St. Louis Blues on fire, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to pick them, remember?
Well, I told you, don't get on my bandwagon. Stay away from my team.
All right, we couldn't get to it last week because of the draft, but let's get into it, man. It's time to butt them heads. Let's go.
Man, yeah, man, because, you know, hey, look, you better bring your A game today. Man, look. You better bring your A game because I'm ready this day. I'm ready.
I can tell. Let's go. Let's get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Boy, I'm fired up and I'm ready to go, man. You better bring your game. You shouldn't have came today. You shouldn't have came.
I know. Something tells me I'm making a mistake by
Yeah, you made a mistake today, man. Let's start it off, man. Here we go. Was Baker Mayfield really disrespected by the Cleveland Browns? Head to head. You got the floor, sir.
No. Okay? No, he wasn't. And I have this firsthand, and I'm winning this battle because I see this shit every single day. Listen, this kid is a punk. Okay? He doesn't understand the business of the NFL. He doesn't understand football. Football is a business. Guess what? When you come in on day one, I don't care if you are the number 1 overall pick. They're looking to replace your ass if you're not good enough. And guess what they did? They went and replaced his ass because he's not good enough. So, no, he wasn't disrespected. And they flat out told him, Baker, we may be looking at other options. They didn't do it the way he wanted, but they did it. And I don't care if he does feel disrespected. This is the look that we're used to seeing in Cleveland, so he can kiss my ass and don't let the door hit you on the way out, kid.
Yeah, they disrespected him. They damn well disrespected him because they started dating people when they were married to him. That's not right. I mean, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. That's the same guy. Let me ask you this. Is that the same guy that you were saying that went off the field in Pittsburgh not too long ago and beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in a playoff game? And that's how you treat him when you ain't been in the playoffs in let me guess how long? Oh, I'll wait.
26 years.
There you go. But he won you your only playoff game, and you treat him like that. And then you wonder why Cleveland is Cleveland. That's you get what you get. You're Browns.
All right. Where are we going next? This is the biggest story in the NBA this year, and
It is.
I think it's a joke. I really do. No, it's not a big deal.
Ben Simmons projected to play Game 4.
You know why it's not a big deal? Because the series is going to be over by Game 4, okay? That's why. Because Williams is coming back tonight, right? Like we said, Kevin Durant is a no-show, and all he does is talk instead of perform. Because without Steph Curry and Draymond Green, what has Kevin Durant been in the playoffs? Oh, I'll wait. Yeah, that's what I thought. No, this is not a big deal at all. This guy is not that much of a difference maker, Steve. And here's my question, okay? Here's my question. Why Game 4? Get your ass out there tonight. Your team and your season is on the line. Get your ass out there tonight. Oh, Game 4. Oh, we'll do Game 4. Please. No. And by the way, most overrated player in the NBA. I'm going there too. Yeah, I said it.
Andy, are you really going to sit there and say a former defensive player of the year coming
Former.
for a
You said the word.
For a team that plays Olay to the basket? Don't you realize that the game that the Nets lost, they were up by a point, by 3 points with 50 seconds to go, and they proceeded to give up 2 layups? You don't think Ben Simmons can help in that situation? A 6'10" guy who can guard everybody on the floor is a big deal.
All right. I don't think so. No offense. He only plays defense.
I don't need him to play offense. I got 2 of the greatest scorers in the game of basketball.
Then they better start showing up.
Yeah.
All right, this
can't
one
stop
I
everybody.
think either one of us can win the last one here because this is a toss up. All right,
Bigger
John
impact.
Moran or Anthony Edwards. All right, for the sake of this show and the sake of this segment,
All right.
we agreed that I would take John Moran. Okay, so I'm taking John Moran for the sake of this show. Okay.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
Until he got hurt, he was an MVP candidate, and you know I'm right about that. All right.
Right.
He's special in a lot of different ways. He gives you everything you want on a point guard. He can cause the defense to collapse in the paint and open up guys on the perimeter. He can drive the ball. He can score. He can shoot. Oh, he does play defense. And he's a leader on the floor, Steve. So I'm taking John Morant. But I will say this. That other young man, this one right here, he's been fun to watch.
Okay. Hey, look, that's an admirable take that you have just made right there. But the question is, a bigger impact. Have you seen them dogs that run with John Morant? He's got some dogs that run with him, man. That Desmond Bain and Clark and Slow Motion, they got dogs. The bigger impact is Anthony Edwards with his ability to shoot the 3, with his ability to his athleticism, his ability to be able to play defense, his rebounding prowess. The bigger impact goes to Anthony Edwards.
All right, we're running out of show. Do you want to get to the last one, or are we going to our new last segment?
Well, we kind of said that. I mean, just for the question was, is who's gonna have the bigger impact? Injured would be Middleton. Man, that's no big deal. Those dudes are champions. They've been there and they've done that, man. And Phoenix, they've been there as well, man. You see, they got it done last night. So yeah, I like both of these teams, man.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty, but they got it done. And I think in this round, Phoenix can get by without Booker. He's got to come healthy in the next round, Steve. Otherwise, Phoenix and my pick in the West is in trouble. So, all right, there you go.
So Andy, we got a new segment that we want to. And man, this is based off of people. I mean, like, you ever just look at people and be like, dude, are you serious? You know, and that's it. The segment is.
No one has ever done that. No one has ever done that in the history of Dota.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Oh, this is going to be a fun segment, man. You know, this may have to become a weekly thing. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
You go ahead and you go first.
All right, hit the video.
Just when you think you've seen it all, college baseball earlier this week, a home run, looks harmless, no big deal, early on in the ball game, low score, not showing up, didn't throw the bat, just running the bases. What the hell? Where did that come from? Are you serious?
No one has ever done that. No one has ever done that in the history of Dota.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Are you serious?
His stupid ass got kicked off the team, Steve. So, there you go. I mean, it speaks for itself, right? And that was college, by the way, not college, but close enough.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, I don't condone what he did, but I understand. I'm just saying.
I didn't see anything that warranted that, so you can understand all you want, but I don't know what the hell he was thinking. That's why I said it in the package.
Hey, look,
I know you're going to top me with this one.
Well, man, I got one for you. This is one I got for you.
When you go into the bear's den and you poke the bear, you just might get bitten. Now, what I want you to look at is this passenger continuously antagonizing Mike Tyson. And he admittedly says he is pissed. Maybe you should leave well enough alone. When you poke the bull, you get the horn. Can't get mad. Can't help stupid. Are you serious?
No one has ever done that. No one has ever done that in the history of Dota.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Just ask Evander Holyfield's ear if you should mess with Mike Tyson.
Andy,
right?
the New York Post said that they report that he didn't hit that man enough to make him bleed. They said that the passenger actually got bloodied because he hit his head on the tray above, trying to get the hell away from. And you know, when you throw a water bottle at that guy, they said Mike was doing whatever he could to get out of the way. That's why you gotta wait and get the whole story before you start to say what who did what, But there you go, man. Are you serious?
And you know what? I want to throw a tagline onto both of onto that one. Are you serious, fans? What gives you the right to attack professional athletes in public?
You get what you get. Get what you get.
I'm glad he hit him. I don't think he hit him hard enough. I wanted to see the guy go out on a stretcher off the plane.
Yeah, you see, that's real good, bro. That's real good, bro. Are you serious? All right, man. Another one in the books, man. Hey, man, it's been fun, but we got to run, man. Until next week.
We wish you love.
Man, peace. Deuces.